Hey guys, Cam315 back out with another video for you guys, and I am back with another Oshi no Ko episode review for you guys as we continue on with more Oshi no Ko greatness. Man, this episode was absolutely insane in terms of where we did the stuff that we get in this episode, bro. That last part of the episode where basically Akane puts two and two together, and then she realizes the fact that Aqua is related to Ai Hoshino. It's absolutely, that moment in the episode was absolutely crazy. Like, she pieces it one by one, from the agent company, his sister, everything. I'm just like, this girl is crazy smart, and it's absolutely insane. But this episode is kind of revolved around Aqua in terms of getting his PTSD from the first episode of season 1 of Ai's death, and the fact of how still to this day, after all these years, it still affects him. Like, the fact that he says in the episode he can still remember like certain details of the death. Like, he can still remember the coldness of Ai's hands. Like, he could still remember, I think he said, like, the blood from her coming off of her, and the iron in it too. It's absolutely wild of the fact, like, he got massive PTSD from this moment, and this moment's gonna live with him basically for the rest of his new life. And it's something that obviously it clearly bothers him, and you kind of just see it because he's trying to act this scene, and the scene he's acting, it needs more emotion. The director's like, look, kid, you got to act with more emotion. Like, just think of somebody important to you dying. And then Kana just only exacerbates that by saying, well, if you can't, you're stretched too thin. You've only been doing these roles, that kind of fits your persona, yourself. You haven't been doing roles that makes you go outside the box, essentially. And she essentially basically says, like, man, how would you, like, think about how you would feel if your mother died, and that triggers it. So indirectly, Kana triggers that. Obviously, she didn't mean that on purpose because, one, Kana doesn't know. She still doesn't know that Aqua and Ruby are the son and daughter of Ai Hoshino. She's probably thinking like, oh, Miyako's probably their mother. Well, she did say, well, she should know, like, Miyako is their adoptive mother. But where is her mom? Huh. Anyways, yeah, that's the thing that's, it's crazy, man. And you just see that moment, and you see that, like, silhouette, which I think is, like, of his old self telling him, like, you couldn't prevent this and you couldn't stop this. You're a nobody. You're worthless and everything. And then next thing you know, the man has to literally be taken home because, well, not taken home, but he had to be taken to the one guy who's basically kind of been his mentor in all of this, because he didn't want to go back home to worry. I'm guessing Miyako, and then especially Ruby. And plus, he literally says, like, he doesn't want to trouble Ruby with bringing up the past about Ai dying, because obviously we know in her past life she was very into Ai, and it seems like she's obviously doing better, but that's the thing right then and there. But the fact that you get the amazing scene how Akane basically kind of puts two and two together, because eventually, like, the guy tells him, like, look, he had a very traumatic experience back in his childhood, so that's kind of the thing right then and there. I keep forgetting if that guy knows, like, he's related to Ai Hoshino. Again, put that in the comment section. I have to go back and watch the first season again, to see if he does know that he's related. I think he does. I don't know. I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen season 1. But when you see the fact when Akane gets all these facts and this realization, she starts to put two and two together. And I do like the fact where she's like, look, it's okay, I'm gonna be here right by your side, essentially. And I'm gonna comfort you when you need me to. So that's the thing. So I'm guessing if Akane was your best girl, is your favorite out of the trio, and what I mean by the trio, like, you know, as crazy as it sounds, yes, Ruby is potentially a candidate, I guess you can say. Ruby, Kana, and Akane, this was your week because Akane seemingly right now looks like she's in the massive lead. For maybe girl that maybe Aqua hooks up with, or you're gonna romantically ship people. But that's the thing right then and there. And then other than that, the only other part was the fact that we finally get the fact that the author is now finally communicating with the guy, with the original director of the play, about how the script's going. And you know, you see the process in terms of them working together to make the script the way it is. And it's like, see, all they needed to do was have a sit down conversation. All the author needed to do is work alongside the director and talk about what would be best for the story and everything. So that's the thing. And they do make the changes, which is now making the onus of the actors to be able to bring out the highlights of it through their acting, which obviously for them is going to make things tougher, but if they're experienced, they'll live up to it and they can do it. And that's basically what Kana ends up saying, like basically it's on our job, it's on us to make the script look great, and that's just due based off to off on our acting. But regardless, a really damn great episode. That moment when Akane was putting it, you know, together, I was literally losing my marbles. I was like, no freaking way, bro, this is happening right now. So right now, outside of Ruby and Aqua, Akane is the next Akane's which is it's Ruby, Ruby, Aqua, and Miyako. Because Miyako definitely knows because she took them in. Akane is, I guess, the first person on the outside to now realize, like, okay, they're related to a very famous, popular idol. So that's kind of thing. Now it's gonna be interesting to see if at some point she brings it up to Aqua and she's like, hey, you know, why didn't you tell me you were related to Hoshino? I promise I won't tell anybody. So that's the thing right then and there. But you know, who knows? Maybe Aqua will hold it against her if he finds out, because he knows about his sister and he probably doesn't want Ruby to go through the same thing again. And plus, he probably doesn't want it to where, you know, too many people know, so then his father ends up realizing this whole situation and then he comes after them. So we will definitely see where the story's gonna go. But another solid episode, and man, I can't wait to see where we're going. But anyways, catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Oshinoko content or any other anime or manga content I've uploaded to the channel. Till then, guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace.